Kiana Johnson with the basketball for Michigan State. Bounces it to the right elbow. Aerial Powers shuffles along the free throw line. Gives it to Clarissa Bell. Her jumper is good, and she knocks down the first 2 points of the Spartans season. To Allen, and she lost the handle on the dribble. Picked up by Jan Costa. Hustling to the right wing. Spins to the right of the lane. Goes up and banks it in off the glass. What a great move by Jan Costa, going up and over one of the top seniors in the country. Kiana Johnson bent over the bounce. A one-handed pass Pickrell. Her three is good. And the Spartans 2 for 2 on their last 2 3-point attempts. Dribbles to the left wing, goes right around the screen at the free throw line. Can't get the space, kicks it out Pickrell. 10 seconds on the shot clock, lob down low. Mills makes the catch and banks it in off the glass. A bounce to Bell on the left wing. Her pass is knocked away around the perimeter, recovered by Pickrell. Jan Costa tries a deep three, got it. Wow. Tori Jan Costa, about 4 feet back of the arc, knocks down the 3-ball.
I just grew up loving athletics. In high school, I lettered in 4 sports. And then at the time, scholarships were coming of age, but you know, the premier sport's probably basketball, and I was an okay basketball player. I was a better volleyball player. Wanted to go to college to play. Really wasn't getting the kind of schools I wanted. I wanted to go to a big school for my education. Went to Purdue, got into athletic training education program, and that was kind of all she wrote.
We both came here pretty close to around the same time in the mid-90s essentially, and she came over to work with women's basketball. I came over working with men's and women's basketball and then overseeing our program. So I've known LouAnne for years. What she provides is really a sense of calm, a listener, and somebody who can really work with these student athletes to find out what makes them tick and find out what's stressing them and become a friend, but also at the same time mentor and help teach and really help nurture who they are as people.
The thing that I think Lou brings to the program, besides many things, one of them is competence. I mean, you cannot be in that position and not know what you're doing. So it is so nice and refreshing to wake up every day as the head coach knowing that somebody in that training room knows exactly what they're doing, getting our girls ready to play and compete, and really I trust exclusively with our team and making sure that they can get out there and do what they're supposed to do.
I'm responsible to do all the athletic injuries and claims for all of our student athletes at Michigan State. I do not only women's basketball, but also am the athletic trainer for men's golf. In the past, I've overseen wrestling and swimming and diving. I taught classes.
As a parent who has an athlete who plays here, I feel great knowing that my child is playing a sport at a school that the medical staff is so actively involved in her day-to-day care. Because the best way we can take care of our student athletes is to provide them the academic integrity of what the university provides, coaches who care about them not just as players but as people, and then a medical staff that supports these student athletes in every facet of who they are.
I'm a faithful person, and I believe that the Lord has a plan for everyone, and that I'm hopefully in that plan to help them either succeed or intercede so that they can recover and heal and be successful.
Communication key is to keep these kids healthy, and that's what she does before practice. You know, she wants to make sure we watch their nutrition. We do ice and stim and everything after practice. She sets up their doctor's appointment. So that's a very, very important part of our success, is keeping these kids healthy and keeping them on the floor. And LouAnne, our trainer, does a great job of doing that for us and, you know, kind of taking that on her own, and we don't have to worry about that part. She just lets us know, and we trust her.
Actually, I always thought I would have a bunch of children, and I don't have any. So this is kind of like having, you know, 16 of them all at once, all year long, every year. So it's cool. It's cool. Again, I really honestly believe that I've been lucky in the deal. And what really, really keeps me going, I think, is to see them mature and then come back 1 year later, 15 years later, is very rewarding. I'm happy to have been a positive influence in their lives, and that they could go on and be successful, and that they come back, they call me or they come back and look for me, so that makes me feel good.
tip is won by the Michigan State Spartans, who work from left to right, and the 2013-2014 slate at the Breslin Center begins now. Into the front court along the far sideline. Angles to the top of the key, fires it inside. Pickrell spins, fires and connects. Nice post move by Annalise Pickrell. And now the Spartans coming the other way.
Great hustle by Miller.
Out to the left corner, Miller tries a three and buries it. How about that? Jankowska in the front court has the shot clock and game clock expire. She knocks it down to the right wing of the three ball. 12 to play in the ball game. Over to the left wing. Weber with a three. That's no good. Clarissa Bell tracks down the rebound on the far side, just left of the paint. She races up into the front court, into the lane, goes up with the left hand and lays it in. Racing the other way, Agee inside the arc, drives into the lane, floats it up, and it rattles home. Agee on the defensive end with a steal, goes all the way down the floor and lay it in. Pick roll, lob down low, Becca Mills in the lane, one dribble, out to Miller, over to the right wing. Here's Anna Morrissey, and she knocks down the three ball.
Anna Morrissey, the walk-on. Put me in, coach. I'm a perfect 3 for 3.
So the Spartans win their first home game of the year at the Breslin Center in convincing fashion and blow out Canisius College with some fantastic offense.
Seriously, my life is just basketball. I'm very passionate about it, and the only other thing that I enjoy doing is riding. I like to ride a little bit, but basketball is basically me. I'm always on YouTube watching basketball videos. I'm always trying to see how I can get better with it. Basketball is just my passion, and that's what I want to do with my life after college too. I want to play after. So basketball means a lot to me actually, and that's why I was so hurt with my injury and it being taken from me. I was so hurt, and that also made me realize how much it meant to me.
You know, Ariel's a special kid. She's very competitive, very vocal. What I like about Ariel is the fact that if she doesn't know something or doesn't understand, she'll stop practice and ask it over and over again. The kid wants to get better.
My parents always taught me that, like, if you don't know something, ask, or don't be so sure of yourself that you're always correct, because if you feel that way, you'll never get better. They probably get annoyed because I'm always up there watching film or asking them about anything that I've done wrong on the court.
What I love about Ariel is her personality. She's so outgoing and so coachable. You know, that can be good and bad sometimes because she can be hard on herself. She tends to coach herself too much and she wants to be perfect, and it takes time. She needs to let us do the coaching and let her just go out there and play and ignite our offense or defense based on her athleticism and the situation. But I think the one thing I really appreciate about Ariel is she's always upbeat. She's aggressive, she's attacking. She has moments though where she drops and dips a little bit, and that's where we're just trying to coach her to be the best player she can be. You have to be consistent, you know, with your energy and your effort, and she can bring that, you know, and she can be her own worst critic at times.
I'm very hard on myself, but I had to learn not to be as hard during the game. I sat down and I tried to think of ways to get better and not think of my mistakes, and then I thought of last year, and I thought about how I wasn't playing. And I said, Ariel, you weren't playing last year. You tore your Achilles, you weren't able to walk, you weren't able to jog nor jump. So just be appreciative of what you have now. Be appreciative of the game and how you get a second chance and you're able to play now. So you shouldn't be so focused on your mistakes. You should be appreciative of what you have, because not everyone gets second chances, or not everyone gets the opportunity that you have right now. It was really exciting, and I was so mentally prepared for this game. Sometimes I forget to say and speak on defense, like the switches or the hedge or whatever we're gonna do. And I really did not want to mess it up, and I wanted to do really good. So what I did the night before was I took a notebook and I literally just act like I was in detention and wrote my switches and my hedges for the players over and over and over again, so I would remember in the game.
The three ball from the top of the key from Dayton. That one no good, out of the hands of Hoover. Bell with the rebound. She pushes it the other way, bounces to Johnson, who goes up off the glass, and it rattles home. Johnson. She spins right of the lane, now reverses direction, skips it left wing. An NBA three from Jankoska, ring it up! Powers with the ball, drives from the left wing, goes up and banks it in off the glass. She split two defenders and went down after she knocked it home. It is good. Pickrell, the senior, knocks down a couple of clutch free throws, and it's stolen by Powers on the left wing with 65 seconds to go. Underneath, Miller all alone, banks it in, and the Spartans have a lead with 1 minute left. To Bell at the top of the key, 15 left. Bell goes to Powers at the top. She breaks down the dribble, going to the left block, 10 seconds left, floats it up and in! Powers ties it up with 9 seconds left. Powers steps back for a jumper and buries it just beyond the left elbow. The deep three instead drives it, goes up with the right hand and banks it in off the glass. What a take by the freshman. It's over. The Spartans win 96-89 over the University of Dayton Flyers. The Spartans had a 15-point lead in the second half. Let that get away. Aerial Powers hit the game-tying field goal with 10 seconds left in the second half, and the Spartans win it in overtime.
I mean, I just love getting the team hype. I just love being hyped. I'm always hyped before the game, so just to get the team hyped with me, I just love that. So I just try to yell as loud as I can, especially away games. I try to scream as loud as I can so everybody in the gym can hear me. I was younger, I had an infectious disease in my left foot. I lost a lot of muscle in my left calf muscle. My athletic director at my middle school advised me to play sports so I can gain back my muscle. So I played soccer, flag football, track, and basketball is what stuck to me. So I really love that, so that's how I started playing.
When I first came to Michigan State, I had not seen Branndais Agee yet, but there was a lot of people talking about her. She was a kid from Detroit, Cass Tech, Michigan crossover AAU team, and I remember that summer, she just had an outstanding summer where she went from here to here in the recruiting process, and within about a 2-week period, everybody in the nation wanted that kid.
The reason I chose Michigan State, because I had originally committed to Penn State. And then when I came here on my visit, I was like, wow, this place, the fans and the coaching staff is really supportive, and then the teammates too. And it's close to home because my mom is like my biggest fan, so she really loves to come to my games.
I think the first thing you look at Brandy, and I think she brings to our team, is she is a little bit tough. I mean, no question about it. She's got a toughness and an air about her. I think that she is somebody that really plays off her instincts well. You know, she knows what she does well, which is rebound the ball and attack the basket, and she does those things, you know, at every single possession, practice, games included. I mean, those are the things that are very consistent with Brandy. I think the thing that probably has frustrated her the most from the injury, and that where her progress hasn't always been made, has been on the defensive end. You know, she's just working on fighting through those injuries and getting herself back to 100%. And, you know, you look at a kid that has had the foot and then obviously the knee. So those are the things that make you laterally quick. So she's just really working right now on her conditioning and making sure that her lateral quickness is where it needs to be and to get back to where it was.
It is kind of tough coming back off an injury. I mean, it's different coming out of high school. I mean, with no injuries at all, but coming off injury is so much different, trying to get used to playing on it and not being afraid to play on it, so it's totally different.
The only thing that will fix that is time. It's not something you can fix. It's not a conversation you have with a psychologist. It's not a pill you take. I mean, it literally is time. And knowing Brandy, how tough she is and what kind of warrior she is and how good she wants to be, she'll get there probably quicker than most.
I have talked to the coaches. They have helped me a lot with being confident in myself and not get angry at myself and just forget about it. Just let it go, let the game go.
Galloway and Aerial Powers are at center court. The ball is thrown in the air, and the tip is won by the Michigan State Spartans, who work from left to right, trying to make it 3 victories in a row. Kenna Johnson with the basketball, rotates it up to Ariel Powers. She faces up for a long two and knocks it down. She was left wide open, just a step in front of the perimeter. Kenna Johnson picks up the ball and bounces it to Branndais Agee. She goes right around the screen, inside the arc, pulls up for a jumper and knocks it down. Bounce pass underneath, going up with the right hand, and Agee with the block. The ball goes out of bounds.
I don't know, I was having fun. I just came out there and just had fun and just played my game, just not being nervous, just doing what I always did back in high school, AAU, just play my game.
Costco transition three, no good. The rebound poked around, still battled for, and Branndais Agee comes away with the offensive glass. Great offensive rebound by Agee, who's having a great game so far. Kicked it out to Agee. She tries a three and knocks it down to put an exclamation point on her best game as a Spartan.
Without a doubt, that's a different looking Branndais Agee than what we saw even just in that last game against Dayton.
It is nice to feel like you're going to get stronger a little bit. We've added, I think Kara Miller's played some great minutes for us. She's a hustle kid, she's a position kid. So that allows us to rest some kids that normally would play extended minutes. And it's hard to be great for 37 minutes. You know, if I can get their minutes down into the low 30s, they're much more effective on the court. So it's nice. And now as we start to add maybe some kids that are injured back into the fold, we're just going to be, that much better, I believe.
And now a whistle, and Madison Williams coming out onto the court for the first time since 2011. Battling 3 ACL tears, finally back for the first time. A lob down to Madison Williams in the middle of the lane, fading away with the right hand. She banks it in off the glass. First points for Madison Williams in 2 years, and it evokes a great roar of the crowd. 30 seconds to go in the first half. Johnson drives into the lane, goes up with the left hand, and banks it home. Overhead pass, Pickrell, down low, Mills, spins, fires, and knocks it down. Left of the lane from the block. Mob down low in the lane, Williams spins, fires, and knocks it down. Madison Williams with 6 points off the bench. She had 10 total career points coming into the game. Loose ball picked up by Powers, who goes up ahead to Bell, who lays it in, and that's it right there. Bell hustling the other way after the turnover. She gets behind the defense, and she lays it home for her 8th point of the game.